The Charity Polo Classic, presented by Morgan Auto Group, is one of the most unique charity events in the Tampa area. There is a distinguished excitement surrounding a competitive polo match. This type of event provides a unique way to entertain clients, network with an elite audience, and enjoy a different type of fundraising experience than a traditional gala. The Charity Polo Classic is up next on Bayside. Good morning and welcome to Bayside. I'm your host, Shelly Sanders. It's that time of year again that we need to start talking about the Charity Polo Classic. That's right, because if you remember from last year, these guys sold out, and they sold out of these tickets quick. So I highly advise you to get your tickets now. And if you're just now hearing about it, well, you want to pay attention and mark your calendars for February 24th. That's the big day, and those tickets are going to go fast. TikTok. Am I right, Brianna?
Absolutely. We've been very fortunate.
For sure. Brianna Bean, she is a board member for the Charity Polo Classic, and we've got Julian Bourbon. Welcome to the show. You are with the Children's Cancer Center.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you here. And I remember the very first time you came for the first annual Charity Polo Classic. It seems like yesterday.
I know, and to think it's the 7th year already, and to see how big it's grown, it's really an incredible experience, yes.
It truly is incredible, and I know I wasn't kidding when I said earlier, if this is an event that you have attended and you want to go again, or if you're even entertaining it, get your tickets now, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Hopefully we're not already sold out, but there's a lot of great ways to get involved, to attend, to sponsor, to volunteer, so. Yes, we're excited. We're very excited.
Well, as much as and as excited as we are to talk about it, let's kind of back up just a smidge and talk about those humble beginnings, on how you started, how it came to be, and where the Children's Cancer Center comes into play, and the other charities that you benefit.
Absolutely, absolutely. So back in 2011, a couple of friends wanted to start an event that was different from anything else that was going on in the Tampa Bay market. And so they decided, hey, how about a polo match? One of them was a professional polo player. And they kicked it off, and it was a smaller event at the time with the original board, and since has grown tremendously over the past 6 years. Now it'll be our 7th year. We've been able to raise over $850,000 to impact local charities in Tampa Bay.
I mean, and again, she said to impact local charities. That money stays here, which is such a beautiful thing, especially when you're talking about charities.
Yeah.
And now it seems so broad, and we're always, you know, it seems like it's so important to keep it on a local basis.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we've been so lucky to have Children's Cancer Center involved and other local charities as well. And what's neat is they're able to go through an application process through Charity Polo, and we're able to choose charities that could really, you know, be impacted by the funding that we can provide.
Sure, and that's no easy task, I'm certain. I mean, to try and figure out which ones to have be the ones that benefit from it, right?
It's so true, because there's so many deserving organizations here locally. Children's Cancer Center is absolutely one of them. This year we're also, Ryan Neese Foundation is one of our beneficiaries as well. A great organization helping the youth become leaders in our community.
Sure.
And then also Clothes to Kids. So that is a local organization providing clothes in their community to children that really have the need.
Right.
So it's neat to touch different organizations and give back in different ways through our fundraising efforts at Charity Polo Classic.
Sure. Now again, we're going to get into all the details and what to expect, especially for you that haven't ever attended the event, just how unique and how fun and exciting it is. But first, I want to talk to you, Julian, from the Children's Cancer Center. From you guys' perspective, what is an event like this, and the fact that the Polo Classic, the Charity Polo Classic is coming and bringing this kind of a fundage to the Children's Cancer Center. What does an event like this mean to you?
Absolutely, and the Charity Polo Classic has been one of our best partnerships we've had at the Children's Cancer Center. They've brought forth so much money for our kids and families. We help over 1,000 families through 24 of our support programs locally here that are battling cancer and chronic blood disorders. And so an amount of funding like this helps in so many ways. Last year, we were awarded over $114,000 just from the past year, and that helped in so many ways. We can go into numbers. I mean, $50,000 for us can help 100 families attend our oncology group for a full year. $25,000 can help 50 of our kids go to summer camp. And so there's just so many different opportunities and programs that we offer that without Charity Polo Classic, we wouldn't be able to fund.
So an event like this is huge. I mean, really and truly, yes, you can put a price tag on what the costs are, but the result or the outcome of what that goes to benefit is truly priceless. I mean, if you were to ask the families that benefit from your services, I'm sure they would say
absolutely.
there's no price tag.
Absolutely, there really isn't. There's just such an amazing event, such a fun event, so great for everyone involved, not only the charities, but the partners, all of the attendees. It's just an all-around win for everyone.
Sure. Okay, so that being said, in addition to the other charities that are benefiting from this event, but the other people that help make this happen, let's talk about that. I mean, it's fair. Give them a little shout out, a little plug. I mean, because without them, the idea of this event can't come into fruition.
Absolutely.
And it becomes quite a fun event as well. So let's talk about that. Who's involved and walk me through that.
Sure. So we have been super lucky to have Morgan Auto Group as our title sponsor for the past several years, and they are this year as well. In addition to them, without our sponsors, we would not be able to give back to CCC, give back to Ryan Neese Foundation, Close to Kids, and the many other charities that we've helped throughout the years. You know, a shout out to a few of our major sponsors that have been involved for a while: Dex Imaging, we have ADESA, we have Bouchard Insurance involved. There are a lot of really great people in this community that want to be able to give back, and a lot of them attend the event as well, a lot of our sponsors, which is really neat.
Now, let me ask you this. Perhaps we have a business owner that's catching the show today and thinking, you know what, I would really like this. I mean, I'd like to be a part of this.
Sure.
Is there still room for sponsorship?
Absolutely. Never is there not room for sponsors.
Is that a hint?
Maybe. We have sponsorship levels at all different tiers. So there are some of larger sponsors. There's smaller sponsors as well. You know, there are always ways that people can get involved on the sponsorship level. So they're welcome to visit charitypoloclassic.com and see the different ways that they can give back on a sponsor level and what's available. We can even customize something specific to them. But there's really neat ways that we've kind of customized our sponsorships as well. And some tickets are included in a lot of them too, so they can attend.
Well, there you go. I mean, it's a win-win for everyone,
Absolutely.
really. I mean, all the way around, any way you look at that. So get creative. I'm sure you're open-minded to ideas in case someone comes to you with an idea on how to be a sponsor and, hey, I don't know, maybe this will work, huh?
Of course, absolutely. And in addition to the sponsorships, people are welcome to come and attend and, you know, buy a table and, you know, buy a ticket to attend the event, volunteer. Sure. There are a lot of ways to get involved and be a part of this super fun event.
So you don't have to own a business, bottom line. That's what Brianna's telling you, is that if you want to be involved, there are ways to make that happen. So one of the ways you can start is by logging on to the website. That's charitypoloclassic.com. That's going to give you all the information and then some. It's also going to tell you how to get those tickets, because TikTok, they are going to go fast. They do every single year, and we tell you that every time. So get your tickets, buy a table. Anyway, charitypoloclassic.com. We'll have a link for you on our website as well. Welcome back to Bayside. I'm your host, Shelly Sanders. If it looks like we're having fun here, it's because we are. We always have fun when we have the folks from the Charity Polo Classic come in, but not nearly as much fun as going to take place on February the 24th. And I know that during that commercial break, y'all already went out and got your tickets, right? You bought tables and the whole 9 yards, right? I hope so. So, all right, Brianna and Julian, we've been talking about sort of the inner workings of it all, from the business side, the sponsorship aspect, from the charities that are benefit aspect. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of the event itself. I mean, what a beautiful thing that it benefits all these charities, but let's walk through what's going to take place. For those that have never been, let's start at the beginning. I just got here.
The full experience
Yes.
of arriving to the Charity Polo Classic. Well, it's at a beautiful polo field in Plant City called DI Polo Tour. And we have great live music. We have people that are out there that have volunteered to play during our match, some professionals as well. When you arrive, it's beautiful. When you pull up, there's gorgeous cars from Morgan Auto Group, Lamborghinis and things you can get your picture with. We drink champagne, of course. They give you some right when you walk in.
Saw the cute little divot stomp.
Oh, yeah.
And
we have the divot stomp. Oh,
my
the food is amazing. We are super lucky. So many great organizations throughout Tampa Bay donate these delicious foods and drinks that you see here. And it's just gorgeous weather at that time of year, too. Everyone's dressed up to the nines in their cute hats and dresses and coats and things.
Right. For those of you that remember the movie Pretty Woman, think that. Otherwise, I mean, really and truly, this is a time to just epitomize like that whole Southern feel of like getting dressed.
It is. It is
Ladies
so
and
much
gentlemen.
fun to get dressed up in these beautiful outfits, and you know, you get your picture taken with a dressage horse. You can, you know, bid on really cool auction items, even a chance to go out and play polo, which is super neat. Yeah, yeah. And, you know, we have the divot stomp as well at the halftime, and people are all out there, you know, mingling with each other, networking, meeting new people. So it's super fun.
It's also such a cool experience because no one really does this. This is such a unique event. Like you said before, there's so many events that do a gala, that do a golf tournament, a fishing tournament. This is such a unique experience. And I think that's why we've gotten to get so many guests. You know, we're at 800 people coming, and that's because everyone is so excited. This is a once a year event that you get to dress up and participate in.
For sure, and actually dress up and be outside. And so, I mean, there's a reason why we live here. It's paradise.
Yeah,
and
really
to be out and really enjoy the scene and the weather and just the whole experience. I love that. You probably should just change it to the Charity Polo Classic experience because it is
That's so
for the
true.
senses.
It
And
is
you
a
get-
full experience.
Yeah.
You have delicious food and drink. You have entertainment from polo. You have entertainment from mingling with your friends and new friends. And of course, you know, we have this past couple of years, we added some new additions with fun things to participate in. Like we have a beer garden where we have food trucks available too, and all kinds of fun stuff. A cigar lounge.
Our silent auction is amazing. People get really excited about the silent auction. It's a huge variety of different things that you can bid on, really exciting and cool things every year. We get better and better. Our live auction that we did last year.
So fun.
Our best dressed that we do every year.
Gotta come
There's
dressed
so
to
many,
the nines.
Yeah, there's just so many little fun things throughout the day to keep everyone on their toes and having fun and intrigued in the event.
Absolutely. And for the polo, I mean, not everyone's been to a polo match or even seen one or really even sure about it. Talk to me a little bit about that, about the experience of seeing that. And brag a little bit about some of these guys. I mean, you're not talking about just this guy or that guy. They have titles.
Yes.
I mean, these are elite polo players, right?
They are, and it's really neat. Chris Gannon, who was one of the founding members, along with Patrick Morades, they are both super involved in the event. Chris actually plays in the event as well, which is neat. So a polo match is really fun thing to watch. It's amazing to think the coordination that they have to be able to hit the little tiny ball with this stick and mallet and while riding a horse.
Yes,
So
it amazes me every year how they do it.
I know. But it's super fun to watch. And so, you know, it's broken up into sections. You have different chuckers, and in between, you have the divot stomp where you go and you step on all the divots that are made from, you know, the competition throughout, and
get champagne flutes. And you run after me who's filling your champagne glass. That's what you do during the divot stuff.
Funny.
That's
so
true.
Fun.
It's amazing to think that this whole event is pulled off on a volunteer basis. So everyone involved with the organization, they all donate their time and efforts to be able to pull this thing off. So it's a super neat thing to experience and be a part of, polo players included.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's an undertaking, and really when you take into consideration that the entire event is pulled off from volunteer hours. I mean, just think about it. Just planning a birthday party for your kids sometimes can just take up a whole lot of time. Imagine that on a huge level. Can't even.
Absolutely. And a lot of these people have families and
jobs. Well, thank goodness for you volunteers. And it all goes to benefit such wonderful charities here in the Bay Area. The money stays local. Get your tickets, and you're going to do that through the website that you're looking at right now. CharityPoloClassic.com. That is the website that you're going to go to get those tickets. Perhaps you'd like to volunteer, or you have another idea. You're going to get it there too. All right, we'll be back after this. Welcome back to Bayside. I'm your host, Shelly Sanders. We've been having an absolute blast talking all about the Charity Polo Classic coming up on February the 24th. Now here's the important thing. Not only is it fun, not only do you need to get these tickets like yesterday, because these things fly out of the door and they do sell out every single year, but it goes to benefit some amazing charities. And the money, well, it stays here in the Bay Area. That's huge. Julian, talk to me from a charity's standpoint. Talk to me a little bit about that. Exactly, I know we've touched on it briefly, who the charities are, but elaborate on that so that our viewers get a better understanding of like just who they are, who you are.
Absolutely, and I think that's very important from a charity standpoint. I meet with donors all the time, and I think it's very important to people for it to stay local. There's so many organizations, nonprofits throughout the United States, and sometimes you don't exactly see where it's going or where your money is going towards. And I think with these charities that we have now, you really can see an immediate impact. With the Children's Cancer Center, like I said, we offer 24 programs to over 1,000 families battling cancer. Wow. And so you see it in effect right away, whether it's an oncology group night, whether we're sending them to camp, doing medical, treatments through our psychiatric, anything like that. Sure. It's just immediate impact into these families. The Right Needs Foundation helps youth and teens become leaders in their community. I think that's very important. It's our next generation. It's our next leaders, our next people involved in the community.
It's a ripple effect starting.
Absolutely, and so that's very important for them. And I think you'll see that in a couple of years when they become not teenagers and adults. Yeah. And for Close to Kids, they offer clothing for kids going back to school, which is so important. So many of our kids can't even afford to have clothes to go back to school, the basic necessities. And with donations from Charity Polo Classic, they're able to give out so many different outfits to so many kids right here in Tampa Bay.
Now, one thing's for sure, no, we don't have a whole lot of time. You guys always set goals for yourself, and you do a phenomenal job. And every year it's astounding just to go, you did what? What? This year, what are your goals?
So the goal this year is $300,000.
All right, so there's the challenge. 300,000 Tampa Bay area, and that's who we are talking to right now. So go online, get those tickets, charitypoloclassic.com. We'll have a link for you on our website as well, cw44.com. Go check it out. As always, I want to thank you at home for joining us this week on Bayside. And of course, thank you guys for being here. It's always a pleasure and always so exciting to hear all the ongoings of what's going on with the Charity Polo Classic. You at home need to get those tickets. How can you get involved if you can't make the event? There's always volunteer opportunities, sponsorships. There are silent auction items. Maybe you own a business or you have a service that you provide. You can always donate your time, your talents, and your money. All right. And speaking of money, any sponsors we might have forgotten that you need to throw a shout out to for sure?
Sure. We would love to, of course, thank Morgan Auto Group for being a great title sponsor, and then Jared Bunch as well.
For sure. Okay. Then the names are plenty for sure. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us this week on Bayside. See you next week.